Hello, I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Karla Schaffer, and this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review. Today we'll take the recycling challenge, and we'll also find out how to join the Citizens Police Academy. Making headlines this week? Well, a new state champion was crowned on Wednesday night in the ranks of cheerleading, but unfortunately it wasn't our Chesapeake Cougars. The county champs took third place at the competition. Eastern Tech took second, according to the Pasadena Voice, and Hartford Tech took first place. We know the team will come back even stronger next year for another shot at the title, and we want to congratulate them on making it to the state champion. Coach Lisa Freeberger fielded a great team this year, and they really worked hard. Go Cougars, and better luck next year.
Well, the Maryland Live Casino hit another milestone this week when construction crews topped off the building structure with the ceremonial installation of the final steel beam. County Executive John Leopold, Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, officials from the Cordish company that own the facility, and representatives from the contractors on the job were on hand. And speaking of jobs, more than 2,500 people are working on the construction crews. When the casino opens in June, it will have 1,500 permanent employees. The dignitaries signed their names on the beam, and off it went over the future entrance of the casino. David Cordish also informed the crowd at the event that the first 1,000 machines had been received and were in the process of being prepared for operation. If you want to join the jobs party at Maryland Live, there's a website. It's www.jobs@marylandlivecasino.com. Spell the whole thing out, mashed together. That's jobs at Maryland Live's casino, folks.
Last week, we previewed the annual State of the Magothy River. Well, the results are in, and they're not so great. The grades are in, and our Magothy got a D-. The Magothy River Association, which did the report, cited low water quality, low dissolved oxygen levels, and a lack of underwater grasses. Test samples were taken along the main stem of the river, as well as Mill, Dividing, Cattail, Old Man, and Fork Creeks, according to the Maryland Gazette. Despite the bad news, the association has some ideas to help restore the river. They're asking the state of Maryland to install oyster reefs, which can filter 50 gallons of water per day, and they're focused on educating the general public by getting more people out on the water.
St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and we want to get our green on early this year. Our community spotlight shines bright green on the Volunteer Firefighters Association and its annual upcoming bull roast. We'll send it out to Mark Chang.
Thanks a lot. I'm over here at the Volunteer Firefighters Association of Anne Arundel County. With me today, I have Joe Larson and also John Speca. Both of the men are part of the association. First of all, Joe, could you tell us about what the Anne Arundel County Volunteer Firefighters Association does?
Oh, well, we're an organization of 26 member companies, volunteer fire companies. A lot of our companies provide actual firefighting, EMS, and what we do is we, as an association, support the volunteer fire service in Anne Arundel County.
Okay, great. And for folks out there that might be interested in becoming a volunteer firefighter, well, in a nutshell, what's the process?
Well, the process is first finding a volunteer company and then joining, becoming a member of that volunteer company. And then you go through a process of getting your physical, getting background check. But then the big thing is doing the training. Everybody becomes an EMT first, and then from there, you can go on and do Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, any number of courses, and really it never ends. I mean, there's really always lots of training, lots of courses that you can take.
Okay, great. What's the contact information for the association?
Well, you can visit our website. It's www.aacvfa.org, and there's a link on becoming a member. And to find a volunteer fire company, you can go to our links page, and we have links to all the volunteer fire companies within Anne Arundel County that you find one close by and you can join one of the stations.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Joe. And also with me today I have John. John, could you, I guess we're standing in front of the Fire Safety House. Could you tell us a little bit about this?
Yes, sir. We started back in 1996. It was a project that took on to help educate the citizens and kids in the Anne Arundel County and the surrounding areas. The unit itself is made to go in as it's like a house inside. It has a living room, kitchen, it has a bedroom. And in these areas it's made to demonstrate the realistics of a house. And what we try to do is get the children and the adults to understand that you need to plan your escape, know how to be safe in your house, and we have smoke alarms in here. We have a simulated fireplace in here that we show them how not to create problems with it. We have what's right and what's wrong. Everything is pretty much like you'd have in a house, but it's simulated, and when the smoke, activated smoke in here, you show them how to get down, crawl, and go and get out. It's got heated doors. If you're in the bedroom and the door's hot, you go out another way. So we've had this since 1996. It's 16 years old, and it's got some good use to it, and it's worn and tore pretty bad. So we're doing trying to get it refurbed. Want to get a new one later on, but at $50,000, it's not that easy to come up with $50,000. So we're trying to get this in rehabbed. After 16 years, it's got worn carpets and everything is pretty much wore down. So we're holding a bull roast on March 17th, which is St. Patty's Day, and we're doing $25 in advance and $40 at the door. But it's all the money that's raised at the bull roast will go into rehabbing this trailer.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, John. And for folks who want to buy tickets to that event, what's the contact number?
The phone number is 410-255-7270, and that's Miss Bert Saggy, and she'll be able to take care of getting your tickets for you.
Great. And where's the event going to be held at again?
It'll be here at Early Heights Firehouse. The doors open at, the doors open, well, the event runs from 6 to 11, food is from 6 to 10, so the doors open probably 5:30.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, John. And Joe, thanks a lot too, and thanks a lot for all the service you men do for our community with the Anne Arundel County Volunteer Firefighters Association. So this is a wonderful organization and a wonderful program they're trying to do to reach out to the community, and please consider attending the bull roast that they have coming up. Reporting from Early Heights Volunteer Fire Department, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mark. I'm getting hungry just thinking about all that great food from the bull roast. We'll have more on our volunteer firefighters after the break. Stay tuned.
Well, there's more Week in Review to come, including our look at the Citizens Police Academy. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's cold and flu season, and the last thing you want is to be sick or make others sick. So here's what you do to stop germs and stay healthy. Cover your coughs. Wash your hands after sneezing, coughing, or blowing your nose. Wash with warm water and soap for 20 seconds, and then dry. When you can't wash your hands, use an alcohol-based sanitizer. If you do get sick, stay home. Stop germs, stay healthy.
And welcome back, folks. Well, if you've ever wanted to know what it's like to be one of Anne Arundel County's finest, I'm talking about one of Anne Arundel County's police officers, we've got the guy here today that's going to tell you all about it. Sergeant David Speca with the Anne Arundel County Police Department Training Academy is here to talk to us about Citizens Police Academy. Yeah. David, it sounds like the movie. When I hear Police Academy, the movie, we're sending all these citizens here to learn how to be police officers. But I understand it's much more than that. I understand it really gives the citizen the inner working of what an Anne Arundel County police officer does on a daily basis.
It is. It's a 14 weeks of training that we started mostly at the training academy, and it stems off our philosophy of police-oriented community-oriented policing. And we bring the citizens in and 14 weeks of training, and we walk them through the whole inner workings of the police department.
And that includes everything from what? Letting them ride around in a police car to...
They will go through our ethics training that we teach all new officers, homicide training, crime scene training. They would get into a police car, and we would do emergency vehicle operations with the lights. We had to go through a cone course. Mm-hmm. They would do field trips to the emergency operations center, SOS, we do the Special Operations Center, we go see the helicopter, aviation. There's a lot of off-campus training that we also do, a lot of hands-on training.
And do citizens have to have a specific background to enroll in the class? Who typically enrolls?
No, as long as you're 18 years or older, anybody can apply.
So we're coming into this, and I'm a community leader, let's say, out in, let's say, Maryland City or Russet, and I really feel like, you know, I want to learn about what the police department does. What type of time commitment am I putting into this? I know we talked a little bit off camera, 16, 18 weeks that you guys are doing this?
It's 14 to 15 weeks.
Okay.
Originally it was 14 weeks. I added a week this year. So we do 14 weeks. It starts about 6:30 in the afternoon, and it runs till 9:30 in the evening.
Okay. And what are the citizens getting out of this? I know it's a good tool for us in the county to reach out to the community and show them what the police department does, but I bet that we're getting a lot of citizens that are coming through this class that are giving back to us as well. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The inner workings, most citizens don't know what the police do every day, or the detectives, or the crime scene technicians, you know, or our emergency operation officers. They don't know, so they get a good inner working to know what we go through every day. We go through crime prevention, tip lines, community safety. So as we need the police to do our job, they need us to do, help them also. So they get a lot of community, how to run a safe community, community watch, crime prevention, auto theft unit comes in. So but they get a lot of tip lines. They can call in and help us out when we need the help. They can't have to be our eyes and ears out on the road.
Right. And I know, these folks are coming in because they want to see what the police department does. I'm sure that, how many classes have we done so far on this?
This will be our 19th class.
19th class. So when did we start this?
That's a good one. It was way before my time, I have to say.
19 classes.
But this is our 19th class.
And how many have you been involved with?
The last 5.
Last 5 classes. So a good mix, you'd say, of community leaders. What other types of folks may be involved?
We're getting college students that major in criminology. They will come in. We'll get any from college students to community leaders to senior citizens.
And you mentioned you have to be at least 18, and I know you run a background check, but how do people enroll for this?
You can go right online, AnneArundelCounty.org, and there's a whole site on Citizens Police Academy. You click on that, fill the application out, it sends it right to us.
Well, that's great. Sergeant, thanks for joining us today on the show, and something, if our viewers are interested out there, a great way to really find out about what our finest, our Anne Arundel County police officers, do on a daily basis and really understand how they keep us safe here in Anne Arundel County. We're going to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. There'll be more Week in Review to come.
I'm an electronics engineer.
I'm an agricultural economist.
My work matters to America's defense.
My work matters.
The talent pool of individuals with disabilities is 20 million strong. Become one of the many Maryland employers who have hired people with disabilities. See the possibilities, create opportunity.
Because work matters.
Visit mdod.maryland.gov.
Welcome back. We have an update to a story we told you about in our Year in Review show about a massive successful manhunt in Annapolis. This week, Bronrick Lee Barksdale was sentenced to 4 years in jail for criminal escape and burglary. He escaped from the courthouse in September awaiting a bail hearing, prompting a 12-hour manhunt that led to his capture. Barksdale will now face much more serious charges in North Carolina, including kidnapping and attempted murder. Of course, our work of our police officers continues. This week, we had a drug bust in Brooklyn Park and some robberies in Millersville, where we captured suspects with the help of our victims. Public Information Officer Justin Mulcahy has more on both these stories. Justin.
Thanks, Eric. Now, during the investigation, officers recovered a large amount of suspected marijuana from the vehicle along with a handgun. The driver was subsequently arrested. Now, in total, officers recovered approximately 7.8 pounds of suspected marijuana with an estimated street value around $45,000. The vehicle and handgun were also seized. The driver was charged with possession of CDS with intent to distribute, possession of CDS paraphernalia, and also several related firearm violations. That suspect is Curtis Napoleon Torbett, age 61, of 2808 Ruscombe Lane in Baltimore, Maryland. Folks, we're going to move on to our second incident. That one took place on February 15th around 10:45 in the morning. Now, that's when officers from the Eastern District responded to the Rock Brothers located in the 8200 block of Cloverleaf Drive in the Cloverleaf Business Park there in Millersville for what was reported as a commercial armed robbery of a business that just took place. Now, additional information indicated that employees were chasing the suspect in the woods behind the business and detaining that suspect. Units arrived in the area and were able to take the suspect into custody without incident. Now, while additional patrol units were checking the area, they observed a maroon-colored vehicle parked in the parking lot on the other side of the woods. As they approached the vehicle on foot, the vehicle began to speed off. Officers ran that vehicle down on foot and were able to get the vehicle stopped eventually. The driver was then taken into custody. It was determined that he was actually there waiting to flee the area with the suspect. Both suspects were arrested and charged with robbery and related charges. The first suspect is Russell Snyder, age 42, of 8121 Oakwood Road in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Second suspect in this case is Keith Orndorff, age 29, with no fixed address. Now, folks, as always, if you have any information on the crimes or suspects we mentioned on the show, don't hesitate to call, email, or text your tip to Metro Crime Stoppers hotline. The number is available 24 hours a day, toll-free at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP, or, as always, you can text message as well. That's MCS plus your message to crimes at 274-637. Your third option, visit the website at www.metrocrimestoppers.net. Remember, phone calls are not recorded. Callers remain anonymous. You might be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,000. Back to you, Eric.
Thanks, Justin. As always, police advise citizens to not attempt to chase or apprehend suspects. However, they do recommend that you pay attention to everything you can to be a good witness. That said, we're glad the Millersville robbery had a happy ending.
This week, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to more than 1,352 calls for service. This included more than 1,124 emergency medical calls and 100 fire calls. This week, one person was killed and 2 people were seriously injured in 2 separate accidents. With us now to tell us more about these incidents is Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Chief?
Thanks, Carla. The first incident occurred early Monday, February 13, 2012, when Anne Arundel County firefighters responded to a reported motor vehicle collision just after 6 a.m. The incident occurred on Route I-97 North in the area of Farm Road in the Crownsville area of the county. The first unit to arrive on the scene reported a single vehicle rollover type collision. There was one person injured as a result of the incident. The patient, a 21-year-old male, suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. He was transported to the University of Maryland's R. Adams County Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore via ground ambulance. A second incident this week occurred around 2:12 a.m. on Thursday, February 16, 2012. When county firefighters responded for a reported motor vehicle collision in the area of Route 3 and Main Chapel Way in the Gambrels area of the county. The first arriving units reported a 2-vehicle collision involving a Ford Explorer and a tractor trailer. In this case, it appears the driver of the Ford Explorer ran into the rear of the tractor trailer and burst into flames. There were 4 occupants in the Ford Explorer. The first occupant, a 31-year-old female, suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. She was transported to the R. Adams County Shock Trauma Center in Baltimore via ground ambulance priority 2. Another occupant, a male of unknown age, suffered fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. There were 2 occupants of the tractor trailer who were not injured. Carla?
Thanks, Chief. Law enforcement officials advised that the 2 other occupants of the Ford Explorer fled the scene of the accident and have not yet been located. Route 3 was closed for a significant period as law enforcement continued their investigation into the incident.
And speaking of our fire department, have you ever wanted to ride along with firefighters to see what they do on a daily basis? Well, our own Dave Abrams, a kid at heart, had that chance and joins us now from the Ferndale Volunteer Fire Department. Dave.
We're out at the Ferndale Volunteer Fire Company, and we wanted to give our viewers a taste of how the fire department works, especially our volunteers. I have Chief John Long with me today. Thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. It's a firefighter here.
Yeah, oh, excuse me. See, I got to get all the lingo down, Eric.
Jay Olson's the chief here.
Okay. Tell us a little bit. I understand you have a unique story when I was asking you off camera about what makes someone become a volunteer firefighter. Tell me a little bit about your story.
Well, I kind of grew up in it. My grandfather was a volunteer, my uncles were volunteers, my dad was a volunteer. So as I grew up, I was in it. So I didn't have much of a choice.
It's hereditary.
Right.
It's required.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how the volunteer system works. Some people might not be familiar with how we have a career fire department and volunteer that work together. Can you kind of explain how it works?
Well, each volunteer fire company in the county is a separate corporation, but we're under the umbrella of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department, so we're really a combination fire service. Most stations have career personnel in their station along with volunteers. Right now at our station at Ferndale, it's all volunteer staffing because they used our career personnel to supplement vacancies at other stations so they didn't have to pay overtime. So that's why we're 100% volunteer 100% of the time.
And I should mention, just to reiterate what you're getting at here, County Executive Leopold issued an executive citation to the fire station because you guys are able to really pick up the slack when budget times are tough, and they obviously are now. We have a really strong volunteer fire contingent in the county, and it comes in handy, you know, because we got guys ready to step up whenever there's a need.
Right, and we do have gaps in time where there's no one available, but usually from Wednesday through Sunday we're staffed around the clock. It's just Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we have a little difficulty during the daytime.
What do you recommend to somebody if they're interested in being a volunteer firefighter?
Well, first of all, if you're interested, stop by one of the volunteer firehouses and talk to the people, find out what's involved, find out what kind of calls we run, what the station requires. Some stations, like we have a minimum requirement, you have to get assigned to a bingo team, so once a month you have to work bingo. That's how we earn our money to buy our equipment. Then that also gives you ownership of the company too. Then you're responsible for taking training. All the training's free. It's provided for by the University of Maryland. And most of the courses are also college accredited. So if you're looking for a degree later down the road, either in fire science or emergency medical services, you already have a lot of your credits earned for that.
And you mentioned fundraising, very important, obviously. Do you have any events coming up that our viewers should know about and they should come out and support their fire department?
We have our weekly bingo that goes on every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Our teen dance goes on the last Friday of every month, and that's open from teenagers, usually from 10 years old to 16, in that range. And that brings in a lot of kids from the community and also gives them exposure to the volunteer fire company. They say, hey, I like what these guys are doing, and we actually have gotten some members from attending teen dances. So, and we have our annual mailer that goes out as a fund drive too. So.
Well, thank you for being with us, Firefighter Long, and I want to thank you, of course, for your service to our county. I think everybody understands the valuable work that you guys do. You guys go out there and risk your lives on a regular basis, and you're out there to help the citizens. So I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And back to you guys.
Thanks, Dave. We certainly want to thank the men and women in our volunteer fire department for all that they do, and especially for letting Dave Abrams tag along with them to see a little bit of the day in the life of a volunteer firefighter.
Well, seniors up in Brooklyn Park will be racking up some great competitions from now on thanks to some new attractions. Our own Mary Felter filed this report from Brooklyn Park. Mary?
Thank you, Karla. Today my guest is Carolyn Scurry-Boyd, who's the director of the Brooklyn Park Senior Activity Center up here in Brooklyn Park. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, and I'm glad to be here.
I came today because you all have some new equipment here at the Senior Center that the people can enjoy when they come in. What do you have exactly?
Recently, the Advisory Council purchased a shuffleboard and a pool table.
And are people getting instructions on it? Are they really enjoying it already?
They're enjoying it very much, and we looked up some instructions for the shuffleboard on the internet, and we have like a few guys that go around in pool tournaments and been here to help us to figure out the game for the pool table.
I'm sure that's a lot of fun for everybody. When did you all get this?
The 1st of January, the new year brought in the new equipment.
What else do you have going on here? You have some classes, and what other sort of activities go on at the Senior Center?
We have exercise classes, we have ESOL classes, computer classes. We just started a digital camera class this semester, and line dancing and yoga and Pilates.
So you have a lot going on. You have spring registration right now too, don't you, for the community college classes taught here?
Yes. We have that going on, registration going on this month.
And the classes are going to start in April, or are these the summer ones that you're signing people up for now?
We're signing up for the ones that's going to start the 1st of April.
Okay. And what are your hours here, and what is the requirement for becoming a member?
As long as you're 55 and older or disabled, and we open at 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And on Tuesday we have extended hours from 5:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday. We also serve lunch, a nutritious lunch, and on Wednesdays we offer a Korean meal along with the American meal.
Sounds like you have a lot of activities going on here at the Senior Center, and I'm really proud of all the people who are enjoying this now. Thank you so much for being on the program and letting us know about it.
Thank you.
Glad to be here. This is Mary Felter, Public Information Officer for the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities. Been telling you about the new pool table, or billiards table, and the shuffleboard that they have up at the Brooklyn Park Senior Center. Come on by and say hello.
Thank you, Mary.
Well, Karla?
Yeah? Are you ready, Erik?
Ready for what? It's game time.
Ready for what?
It's game time. As we all say, it is game time. And here at Week in Review, we've got a very special game, but it's an educational game, Karla. We want people to really learn what's recyclable and what's not recyclable. So we brought in the experts. We brought in the team from our Anne Arundel County Recycling Division. Chris and Eve, great to see you guys. Thanks for coming in and putting us through this torturous game of what we can recycle and what we can't recycle. And of course, we want to thank Rich Bowen and Jim Pittman, your supervisors over there, your fearless leaders who helped set up this game, and we couldn't make it possible without them.
Absolutely. Thanks, Erik. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, here are the rules.
We don't follow rules very well. We're not good at following rules.
We'll try it, see how it goes.
All right.
Here's the rules. You're each going to have 3 cards. One that says recycle, one that says trash, and one with a question mark. Now, the lovely Eve is going to serve as our Vanna White today. She's going to hold up an item. You have a question already?
I have a question already.
All right.
She has more cards than me.
No, I think we each have 3.
I think we're good.
Oh, I thought she had 4. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Eve is going to hold up an item. If you know it gets recycled at the curb, you're going to hold up your recycle sign. If you know it gets thrown in the trash at the curb, you'll hold up your trash sign. If it's an item that you think doesn't belong at the curb or you're not sure where the item goes, you'll hold up the question mark. Think you can handle it?
I think so.
All right.
You can handle it.
And we'll tally up the points at the end and see. Erik, you got a question?
How many points? What's the point system? I like to know the rules of the game completely so that I want to know how many points I get when I get one right.
He wants to keep score.
Okay. Well, our fearless leader, Rich Bowen's keeping score, so I know it'll be honest and I know it'll be correct. So you'll get 1 point per item.
All right.
Sound good?
And do we find out
who wins
right away if the items are recycled?
You're going to find out right away, and you get a prize.
Oh.
I've got a sweet new sombrero for the winner.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to play?
We're ready.
To play.
Ready to see who recycles more often?
We're ready.
All right. We're going to start off with a couple easy ones for you guys. How about a plastic cup, Eve? Now, do you think it is?
We did talk about that.
Yeah?
He keeps trying to throw me off on this one, though, so.
Don't look at my answer.
I can see through the paper.
Don't look at my answer.
Eve, we have 2 recycles. Where does it go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you each get a point.
Thank you, Tracy Reynolds.
Tracy Reynolds.
Nice. All right. How about the tube from a toilet paper roll, Eve?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
I want to see it first.
I don't see it. I think they don't have it, but we'll pretend
about
that
the
it's
cardboard
tube from a toilet paper.
Cardboard tube.
Yeah, cardboard
it's cardboard. Cardboard's of course recycle. You can recycle cardboard, right?
Works for me. Eve, where would it go?
I always do.
Yeah, there we go. 2 for 2.
We're doing well.
Oh,
2
hey.
for 2. Oh, there it is.
Almost.
Wow, that came in off camera.
All right. So yes, you're correct. That is recycled.
2 for 2.
How about a hardcover book? All right.
That's a tough one, Karla. You don't read very much, do you?
I don't read the thesaurus very often, but
that looks like it would. I don't know. You got to pick because she's going to look at my answer. That's what it boils down to.
I should also say that you get an extra point if you can come up with a synonym for thesaurus. So
I got my answer.
All right.
You don't know.
All right. Do you not know the answer, or you don't think it should be placed at the curb, Karla?
I don't know if it would be placed at the curb because I feel like it's made up of recycled materials.
Yes, it is. Paper is recycled. It's all paper.
All right. You're not sure. Eric, you say recycle.
It's recycled. Put that thing in the bin.
Confidence.
Put it in the bin.
Eve, where's it go?
Put it in.
Oh! Eric gets the point.
Eric's
okay.
ahead.
Okay. You know, we had a great lunch today at Burger King. So how about some fast food containers?
Well, they're from Burger King. If they were from McDonald's, I bet they might be. We could recycle them. But I think they're Burger King, so they're probably not recyclable. They're probably no. We can recycle them. Let's recycle them.
We got 2 recycles on the board, and Eve, where does it go?
All
wow.
right.
All right.
Notice how he changed his answer
I didn't change
after
my
I
answer.
helped.
No, I never changed my answer.
You know, I think it's time to turn the heat up a bit.
All right.
How about some styrofoam?
Ooh, styrofoam's tough.
It's got that recycle symbol on the bottom.
It does. It does.
What number is on the bottom? Or is that?
Stop asking. I can't know that. Look, it looks. You see those in school cafeterias?
Does it say 6?
I think you can recycle that.
Well, you're actually wrong and right. We cannot recycle this at the curb, so the point goes to Karla.
What?
However, they do recycle them at school.
So it's a head, so nobody gets the
You're
point.
correct, they get recycled when they're at school,
Yes.
but not at curbside. Karla gets the point.
Ooh, he's unhappy about this one, folks.
You still have a chance to win it back. You still have a chance. Okay, how about some bubble wrap? Kids love when we hold this stuff up.
Bubble wrap. Can you pop the bubbles, Vanna, a little bit? Okay. I just got to get a
Still
good
got some life
view
to
of
it.
It's plastic. It's a plastic. You can recycle plastics.
Eve, where's that bubble wrap go?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You bet. It's
Did you get that right?
recycle. You
I
both
did.
get the
Good
point.
job. Good job.
Very nice, very nice. How about a computer keyboard? Made of plastic. Question mark. Now, are you holding up a question mark because it should go somewhere else, or because you're not sure of the
I
answer?
think because it's electronic, it should go somewhere else.
That's correct. That was my answer.
So you both thought the same thing?
We both thought the same
You
thing.
both get the point. Absolutely. This
Yes.
can be brought to our facilities for
Oh, great.
recycling in the electronics pile.
All right.
So that's where Eve would take
All
it
right.
if we were at the convenience center.
Great.
Okay, so how about some CDs and DVDs? Now, there's actually 2 parts to a CD
There is, yeah.
or a DVD. You got the case and you got the actual disc. So we'll start with the disc.
Okay.
Recyclable,
Disc.
trash, or neither? At the curb.
What kind of CD is that? Is that like a
Zeppelin.
U2 CD or?
Zeppelin.
Oh, it's Zeppelin. I don't think Zeppelin's really recyclable. is it?
No? It's a classic.
No.
Question mark, you're not sure?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
All right, well, it does go in trash at
Trash.
the curb, so Eric gets the point. Now, if you're ever hardcore about trying to get that disc recycled, there's a great resource online called www.greendisc.com, and they do take your CDs and DVDs.
So it could go elsewhere.
It could,
but stop.
but at the curb.
That's a curve. I'm
You're
winning.
shooting for it, Karla. You're shooting for it.
I'm winning.
All right, so how about the case?
Oh, wow. It's plastic.
Final answers?
Yeah.
You're right. Eve, where's it go? Recycle.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Point for each of you. Okay, I think I've been pretty easy on you guys. I think
Okay.
it's time for bonus round.
All right.
All right, so how about a drinking glass? I mean, we take paper, plastic, metal, and glass.
And what is that
so
made out of?
That's glass.
That's glass. Okay.
Glass, hard glass. Who would want to recycle that glass?
I don't know. It's a
It's
Coca-Cola
so
glass.
cute.
Give it
So
to
cute.
wrap it up and re-gift it to somebody at Christmas. I mean, geez.
Maybe if
you
you're a
don't need to
Pepsi lover.
recycle that.
I think I have a couple that are like that.
That's tough. I'm gonna stick with my answer though.
Recycle and recycle. Eve, where does that drinking glass go?
Oh, no! We're both wrong.
That's a different kind of tempered glass. We cannot take drinking
can't take
glasses,
that, okay.
only glass bottles and jars.
Ah, that's
So,
what I was thinking. 'cause we'll put
sorry
glass
about that,
bottles in the
guys.
jar. Okay.
Ooh, but, all right. How about a
Trick
paper
question.
towel? We have our paper
Paper
towel.
towel. Paper towel. I know what a paper towel looks
Well,
like.
imagine
Yes,
a paper towel.
regular kitchen paper towel.
Paper.
We got a paper towel on its way.
Oh, here it comes.
Paper towel.
There
oh,
we
that's
go.
flying in from Pittsburgh. Look at that. That must be a Pittsburgh
fresh
paper
delivery.
towel.
Paper
Yeah,
towel.
it's got blood all over it. It looks all
look at
dirty.
that,
Yeah,
look
that's
at that.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Steeler paper
All
towel.
right, so
Yeah.
a paper towel. Trash. Recycle. Eve, where does this particular paper towel go?
Oh.
Eric gets the point. That's a clean
getting-
paper
Oh,
towel.
I figured it was supposed to be
You
dirty.
can recycle
Why
it.
would you recycle
Now-
a clean paper towel?
Because
Well-
you might not want it anymore. You might want to give
You
it to
might want
somebody
to get
who
rid of
has
it.
fortune.
There was
it
no
was-
Pittsburgh
it's
blood on that
recyclable.
towel, so.
I was using my imagination.
Yep, Eric gets the point.
Season's over.
How about a rubber hose? Eve, where does that rubber hose go? All right, Karla. Karla gets the
I'm coming
point.
back, Eric.
Bring it back.
That's
Bring it back.
because you've got, folks, she has help. She has a baby that's in there telling her all the answers. This is just wrong.
Woo.
And she's still losing my one.
Now, I finished some pretty yummy cereal this morning, and I'm left with the box. We also have the cereal bag in there.
Are we?
So this
seeing
is a two-parter.
This is two-parter.
Two-parter.
Okay.
We'll start with cereal bag, recyclable, or trash, or not at the curb. Eve, where does that cereal bag go?
Really?
Really?
I was recycle it.
Really? Items like cereal bags,
Huh.
chip bags, candy wrappers, snack
Wow.
wrappers, they are
Interesting.
not recyclable. They
That
are
is
trash.
Recycle it. Yeah,
I do too.
I recycle that part too.
Yes.
How about that? All right, Eve, where does it go?
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
Trace.
Very good. So yes, excellent job, you guys. Point for each of you.
Yes.
How about some aluminum foil?
Only because I was fooled by the paper towel.
All right, Eve, where does that aluminum foil go?
Oh, we're tied.
The audience at home just want to see her in a sombrero.
Yeah.
They're rigging this game.
All right, and last but not least, we have an aerosol can.
This is the deciding question.
So
You
not the-
realize
that
this
is
is
an
deciding.
empty
I need you to
aerosol can.
turn that way. Turn your head that way so you can't see what answer I'm picking. This is the deciding answer.
And there's
I'm gonna
nothing in that
shuffle 'em
can.
up.
This is a completely empty aerosol
Shuffle
can.
them up. I'm just doing
Okay.
a process
Yeah,
of
think about it.
elimination. I've picked my answer. Don't
I'm
look at
not
my
looking.
answers. Don't
I'm
look.
really not.
Don't look.
I'm just
Can
thinking
everybody
for a
home
minute.
see? Yes. Good.
All
You're
right.
taking too long.
Okay.
Where does that empty
Put
aerosol
it
can
where it
go,
goes.
Eve?
Put it where it goes.
Do what it do. That's right. You got it right, Karla. Now, if that aerosol can still had some whipped cream in it, which I don't know why you'd be getting rid of it if there was still some whipped cream in it.
Unless you let it expire.
That's true.
It would
could
go
be
in the
sad.
trash, right?
You want to make sure that it is empty before you place it at the curb because it's got all that compressed air in there and things get compacted when they get in the back of that truck. So you
Very
want to
well
make sure it is empty because what happens when we have a bunch of compressed air and it gets compacted? Yeah, kabooey. So we need to get our prize out here and we also need to get the tally of the points.
Wait, we still have one item left. What is this item over here? I
Oh,
see a
well, we can do this one too.
big
Yeah.
container
Thanks,
of,
Eric.
He's just
Now-
trying to win
Dishwasher.
still.
This is a pretty tough piece right here. So where do you guys think it goes?
What number is on the bottom of that one?
Stop asking about numbers. Stop asking them for their number. I mean, what is up with this?
Do you think this is recycled at the curb? Do you think it's thrown in the trash at the curb? Or do you think neither? And do you not know, or you think it should go
She
somewhere
doesn't
else?
know.
Maybe
She
it should
doesn't
go
know.
somewhere else, but I really don't know.
Where's it gonna go?
Eve, where's
know.
that
Put
rigid
it right in that
plastic go?
recycle bin. That's where it goes. Yeah, yeah.
So we're
Bring it
tied.
home.
So we're tied.
All right, so let's see. You got the points?
The points are.
We're
We're
tied.
tied. We're tied.
I don't know how you share a sombrero, but maybe we can have it in different timeshares. You know what? Let's go
Great.
for
Oh,
one
there's a
last
tiebreaker. A
item.
tiebreaker. A
Chuck
tiebreaker has
to the
arrived.
rescue. Here
Wow.
we go.
Tiebreaker has
Okay,
arrived.
tiebreaker in the house.
Can
We've
I
got-
smell the
Can
box?
you, this was
smell the
pepperoni.
box?
It was pepperoni.
He has to smell the box.
Extra cheese.
I'm hungry.
Slight anchovy.
Whoa. So a pizza box. This is easy. We're gonna be tied.
Oh, yes, it does in fact get recycled.
Yes. Recycled.
But you know what? This means you both know how to recycle more often. A couple flubs here and there.
Yeah,
but it was
pretty
great because
good.
we got to show everybody at home where those items go.
It was great.
Thank you
Kristen,
guys
thanks for
Thanks
for
Kristen.
joining
And
us
Eric
on
can still wear the
Week
sombrero.
in Review. I'll still wear the sombrero proudly as a co-winner here at Week in Review. And Kristen, Eve, thank you guys for coming out here and teaching us a little bit about recycling. It's amazing as we're going to be moving forward in the next couple months here to once-a-week trash collection in Anne Arundel County. We want to increase awareness about recycling so that folks realize that much of what they use in their daily life is actually recyclable. Folks, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode online anytime at www.aacounty.org. Archive episodes are available at blip.tv and on YouTube. You can also subscribe to the free video podcast at iTunes, or of course, like us on Facebook at Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around your county. We'll see you next time.